Item number 10 is discussion of dumpster issue at the transfer station. This past weekend, I received several calls of complaints about the area around the entrance where we had placed the dumpsters. That trash was blowing in property across the street, and out of respect for those folks, I went out there myself, and I have to agree, it looked pretty bad. It was trash blowing in their yards, and we just had some other issues as well with people actually getting in the dumpsters. So that to me was possibly somebody getting hurt or kids getting hurt. You know, I've heard stories of kids that even gotten in there. So with that being said, we decided, I called Jimmy Monday morning, and we decided to move them. We placed them back behind the fence, and you know, it was a great service. You know, we tried to do something. I talked to Keith about it, talked to several folks about it. You know, anytime you put dumpsters in open areas for people to use, it's typically going to get abused.
They're not attended.
And you know, it amazed me how quick after our landfill is free, our transfer station is free to people to use, and it seemed like after the hours, after we closed, it would just get bombarded with the dumpsters. I mean, they get filled up every day. We dumped them at what, 2:30, Jimmy, every day, and about 5 o'clock they were all full. You know, so I think people weren't using the transfer station. We're just using the. But then again, that tells me also that we might have an issue with people don't get off work in time to use our transfer
I
station.
was saying maybe extend the hours some way or another.
So that's what Jimmy and myself been talking
Are they
about,
not-
Keith.
Is it handier, like maybe a lot of them just instead of, they miss the dump the day, or they don't want to carry it out? Because I know a lot of times, well, I was up there one day and it was open, and the guy pulled up out there, and they had to holler motion. He had a pickup full of crap he was going to throw in there, and they were open at the time, and all he had to do was pull up there and back in. But
Well, like I say, it was a
I've
good
done that
idea. I
myself.
thought it was pretty handy to go out there on a Sunday or a Saturday whenever you had stuff to get rid of and do it the right way, but it also created a nuisance to the people around it. So
it's kind of where you got it one day a week. It is unhandy if you miss it or something comes up and you don't get it out there in time. But they could.
well, Jimmy and myself, we kind of talked about some maybe extended hours during the day.
I
Maybe
think you're going to discuss that in your report? Okay.
Well, we can try that and maybe keep a count of how many people actually use it after the hours we've typically open, and go from there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people don't get off work, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, well,
3 o'clock.
no, I know.
So,
Talk about it first, but kind of set it up as a trial, and let's just see how it works, like Steve was saying, and see how many people start using. But if the dumpsters are filling up that quick, it's getting utilized. But like you said, a lot of stuff's going in there that shouldn't go in there as well.
You may want to stick a camera out there. There could be some on the ground for a few days.
There is a camera.
There's a camera.
there is a
There's a
camera.
camera there.
We have put cameras out
I know
there.
years ago they had some of that dumpsters in the areas in Danville, Bull County, Forkland out in there, and you go by and they'd have tires and fence posts, and if it's out, it'd be handy, but you can't do it because
I think we talked about that one time.
Fill it full of junk, or
Decided if they're not attended by somebody, it just don't work.
I went-
Everything's in them.
I went out there this weekend, dropped a few garbage bags off, and I picked some stuff up, but I mean, it was amazing, everything that was on the ground. And I'd say this, if I was a neighbor to the property, I'd be upset too. So, because I mean, it is a mess.
we tried.
We
Yeah.
tried, yeah.
All right.
Keith, you got anything?
When I was with the health department many years ago, the county tried this out in the county. They established open top dumpsters as convenience dumpsters out in the county, out in the Portland area, not Portland, but Traviswood area, Lakewood, Traviswood. People really abused that concept back then. They put dead animals in it, calves, and things. The straw that broke the camel's back with that concept. And the reason we quit it, and I really required the county to quit it, is somebody set the dumpster on fire. And of course, it not only ruined the dumpster, but, you know, I was hoping that didn't happen at the transfer station. Because people just, they don't care for the service like they should, and they lose it. A few people cause many to lose the service.
Well, the fear we got is kind of why we put them out there to begin with. Typically, when the dump was closed, they would go down the road. And Jimmy would tell you, whenever that was going up, we were out there every day picking up stuff. So we need to start prosecuting, I guess, possibly to prevent that maybe.
Looked into that, I've got pictures of people in the dumpster, faces, and we've got the post office working on putting the address and the faces, no license plates. It's difficult. It's difficult to prosecute.
Well, also,
To tell you, you've got to have proof positive to take to court. I mean,
how's the second Saturday? Is it in effect already, or is it helping or not helping?
Yeah, it's helped a lot. And, like I say in my
That-
report, that I'd like to, I don't know if y'all want to talk about it now.
Well, let's do this, because Jimmy's got all this in his report, so when we get there, we can
Yeah,
address those issues and go from there. So, no sense skipping around.
There you go. The next item on the agenda, consider approval to bid Elmwood, White Oak, Paul Mudd, Ed Sullivan roads using the grant funding that we received. It's $94,000 that we end up getting. And,
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Master?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
The next item is consider approval to bid resurfacing of Helm Schoolhouse Road for fiscal year 2018-19 to be accomplished after July 1st, 2018.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Bishop? Mr.
Yes.
Masterson?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Is that the area where they did all the road work? That's not
That's the other.
It's a blacktop,
the black
blacktop. It's from like Ed Sullivan
to the end of the black.
Silver Springs.
Oh, okay.
Mile in there, a
Oh.
little over a mile between Helm Schoolhouse,
Oh, in between. Okay. Oh.
Ed Sullivan, and Silver Springs.
Okay. I didn't.
Item number 13, discussion of county road status on Smothers Hollow Road. This is something that Mr. Smothers, you all are here today to, I guess, Mr. Rakes, I'm sorry, to discuss this with the court. We have a 1988 county road series map that clearly states that was a county road adopted at that time.
I was told that the landowner could be notified in court that day, or he could appeal that night. It wasn't done. We lived there, I lived there for 60 years, 65 years. We run that road, we run the creek. They renamed the damn creek. No, it's not, it was Turkey. We run it, I live there. And I got grandkids and great-grandkids. His daddy had the road made. Yeah. He had Carroll Kirkland, gravel road. He hauled Carroll Kirkland at the time of gravel road. It was supposed to be, supposed to use the road. In the storm, they could use the road. When they had the bridge.
I mean, this was something that was done, like a county road was, we done this in 1988. I wasn't here in 88, but I know that it was done properly. We've maintained that road since we have gravelled it, we've taken care of it, we've maintained it since. It's on the county road system, sir.
It's county road. County or the state in the Fifth Amendment can't take your land without paying for it.
Lisa, can you?
We got a deed for it. Right away calls up the creek. We pay taxes on the land road system. For the last 7 years, we pay taxes.
When was it?
You tell me the county can come in and take it. We travel it every day. We got land on the other end of it. We planted corn in it. we run the road.
Rex, we've been maintaining it since 1988. This is 2018. It's 20 years. We put gravel, we've maintained it, we've taken care of it.
They didn't ask for the gravel.
It's 30 years.
They have the wrong.
30 years, that's right, yeah, 30 years.
What year did they stop using the creek and actually start using that road?
When Dad built the road, when his dad built the road.
What year was that?
It was in the 60s or 70s because, you and Grandma got married. Him and Grandma got married about 65 years ago, yeah.
Did anybody ever object to the county taking care of it?
They never was notified to show up in court that day. But they were supposed to.
But I mean, since then, since we've been doing the maintenance on it, has anyone ever objected before now that the county's been taking care of it?
No, I mean, I'm a man on your yard for free, you gonna turn it down?
Sometime all that's free is not good.
Yeah, I mean,
I took care of a farm for 15 years, they charged us man nothing, if it farm belonged to me.
What's,
there's people that live past that property,
No right ways up the creek.
but
what's,
There's no water goes up the road.
Is this a legal issue, Lisa?
Water goes up our lane.
It's
We got
listed on
to have the water go up the lane.
the road. It was adopted in the 1995 ordinance as part of the list of the Department of Transportation. We adopted it in the 1995 ordinance. I've talked to Mr. Rakes about it.
So we have,
How it was originally put on the list, I have not had time to research it to see how Smothers Hollow Road was originally put on the 1988 list, because I've not had an opportunity to go back and see how it was put in the minutes to be on the 1988 list. But it's on the 1988 list, it was adopted in the 1995 ordinance.
Is this a legal issue?
There is a
So-
list of a lot of roads that were adopted part of the 1988 Department of Highway Transportation list that was adopted in the 1995 ordinance.
so it sounds like, and you know, we all
I have
respect,
not had an opportunity to go back
Yeah.
into the minutes since I've talked to Mr. Billy Raves to see how this specific road was part of the numerous amount of roads that were on the 1988 Department of Highway Transportation map. It was part of our 1995 ordinance, because there was numerous roads on that map that were adopted into our 1995 ordinance.
so, you know, we truly appreciate you being here and obviously voicing your concern. I think what, outside looking in, you guys tell me what you think, but I think what needs to happen here is that you have a concern, you have a complaint, however you want to call it. Here's the deal. Let's, our county attorney, give her some time to, for us to get all our.
well, the other issue is it's become hazardous. The road
They need to
is,
do some work on it.
the road is falling into the creek. And, but I mean,
It ain't falling in the creek all that bad.
So you're not worried about that end, because it don't bother you.
as a
My
county,
end's good, forget it, yeah, okay. That's-
As a county-
But we've got a liability.
as a
We've
county,
gotta
we have to fix
main-
that road. We've
Yeah.
got to fix that road. I mean, that's, we're obligated. We have to do.
Until my attorney, Amador, tell me that there'll be nothing done to the road, there'll be a lawsuit.
Well, we've got to fix the road. I mean, that's just,
Now that man got a lawsuit out there today. They sued the people like
Time.
about the 10 lawsuit out there, how they not be passing.
what's the, is just the issue that y'all don't think it needs to be a county road, or it's, I know you said y'all use the road,
How come,
Did
I
they
guess
just-
my question is, how come you don't want it to be a county road? You're saying it's,
I tell you exactly.
all right,
The state park over there over by Asylum, right?
yeah, the wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Raleigh back there and joins that farm right there. Well, they're gonna sell their part to the wildlife, because they want right away up in there to the backside of that wildlife.
okay.
If they do that, they're gonna make a parking lot up there like they did up there. And then not only they have, but every druggie in Briarfield is gonna go up there and park, and my little kid right by, goes up and down the road and everything. It's 4 generations, right? They're sickles up and down that farm.
Well, let's, Judge, if you don't mind, because obviously, I don't mean this wrong, I don't think we're gonna get anything resolved per se today, okay?
I don't think there'd be nobody in here that wants their kid to ride
We're not saying.
Well,
we would ever agree
yeah,
with
absolutely, we're
that,
not saying,
We don't want that.
No,
Yeah,
we
we
don't want
want-
somebody to run off the road and get hurt either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our priority is the public safety.
Road the same way, just like it is right now.
Yeah, for the last 7 years.
6 years, just like it said.
Yeah, they've been not big a deal of the whole thing.
Now, they're talking about it because they want it fixed good enough where they can sell it to the car.
well, let's do this if you don't mind. I mean, and Judge, I know you've been working on this, and Ms. Nellie, I know you have as well.
Hey, can
Cool.
I say one thing? They put a bridge down by my house. Dave Hurdy was a manager.
River, across the river there you talking about? The big bridge?
I told Dave, I said, Dave, they can have the land. He said, Mr. Rex, says we can't take it till we get a deed. That's what he told me. So nobody can take your land if you get a deed. I swear to God, that's what Dave Hurdy told me.
Dave was a good man.
I had to deed the land to it before they built the bridge.
Well,
So
let
we've
us-
got a lot of old county roads that there's no deed, you know, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about that, but I mean, no. Things has changed a lot.
How many other property owners are back in there besides you all?
The other one's the Smothers.
Yeah.
Over the land on back there.
Yeah.
So I know 17, but they were happy. They've been in court for 5 years on that. They've been suing each other over the land.
I know,
Familiar with the road myself, but it is a dead-end road. There's no other outlet.
That's right, that's what
yeah.
makes it so bad about everything going in there.
I know, I've been up the road, we used to work at the phone company, but I've been to the very end of it. I know the spot you're talking about, exactly, up in there.
Well, let's do this. Let, if you don't mind, sir, let our county attorney get us some information and so forth, and Judge, we'll review that as a court, because I haven't had a chance to review it. I don't think the court has, but we'll get a chance to review it. Ms. Nally, Martin, if you can gather that information, give us a chance to review it, and then go from there. But you gotta give us a little time, okay? Of course, on the other side, we have a road we've got to maintain, we've got to take care of, so we have to take that in consideration as well. So all I'm saying is that we will address the issue, but you also have to give us some time, just some time here to get it together.
But I'm saying the road is passable right now. Yeah, it's running just like it is right now for the last.
Well, and I understand, and honestly, what I think's a decent road is one thing, and what somebody else thinks the other. So we've got certain guidelines and regulations we have to maintain. I understand. So would you be willing to give us a little time here to, well, I understand.
You gotta know, it is getting close to the creek. The creek is moving. Well, in that one spot, but. Well, it's close in a bunch of spots. I mean, you know, as soon as y'all go past y'all.
But it's just passable for a truck, the log truck will go through there and back.
We'll look at,
It's passable.
we'll look into it and we'll be in touch.
We'll have to look at it.
yeah,
There's
give
a
us
lawsuit
a
right
little
now.
time here to get the information, because you're coming to me blind, and I know the judge is trying to get this resolved for us, so give us a little
I just wanted
time.
to show
and
you
we'll
that
do
it was on the county map, and we had every right to be on there whenever we done we did, is what I was trying to be here today and show. So until we can prove otherwise, we're going.
You got a right to do it, but you ain't got a right to own it. You
Okay.
can't say it belongs to the county.
Okay.
Let us get our ducks in a row and find out what we're doing, and then we'll reach out to you, okay?
All right.
Hopefully there's a resolution.
I got my lawyer, I'm gonna go look into it.
That's fine.
That's good for you. There's plenty of lawyers. My son's one, by the way. There's plenty of them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Let me say something that may help clarify a little of this. What, a year or two ago, up on Fawn Lane?
Yeah.
We actually, as a guy who sold houses on both sides of the road, he kept the road himself. He never did deed it to the homeowners. When those people used that road long enough, he couldn't cut it off. He couldn't sell it. It basically belonged to the people who were using it.
Intentions ownership is what you're saying.
We can't say that, yeah,
That-
the roads can't use that right way now. Yeah, they can consider
Right.
right use their fault.
Your point of contention's ownership, right? I mean, that's what it boils down to, so, yeah.
As far as the
Listen.
right of way, they can use the road, if it's the right of way,
We got nothing to do with it, right, fine.
the right of way.
Yeah.
You can't go here and say it's a county road, I can do what I want to. You can to the road, but not to the
Yeah, give us some time here,
All right.
okay?
Thank you,
We'll get it
sir.
worked out. I appreciate you, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Item number 14, consider approval to surplus Chevy Tahoe, which used to belong to the animal shelter, by accepting sealed bids.
Motion.
Second.
Yes.
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 I got one request that would remove all the emblems before it's,
Definitely.
Yes, please do. Yeah. That's kind of on you, Ms. Turpin.
What year
Oh,
is it? What is it, Kay? What vehicle? Is it 98 Tahoe?
Hey, Steve.
I just put white Tahoe, I guess.
yeah.
The next item is department reports. Jimmy?
We were talking about them dumpsters a while ago, we took them up. I'd like to see if we could get a part-time person to come out there from 2 to 6, from Monday through Friday,
Monday through Friday?
You told them 20 hours.
20 hours. Okay, a lot of people don't get off at 3 o'clock to get out there to get their garbage, with all these factories, they don't get off.
What about Saturday, Jimmy?
On Saturdays, there's 4 of them out there. We open now on the 2nd Saturday and the 4th Saturday. There's 2 of them working together.
Yeah.
This new power plant we got, it's got a motor control and it's smaller than your cell phone. And it ain't, anybody can use it.
Is it up and running?
It's not up and running. We
Oh,
just
well-
got it Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I'd like for just, there's 4 of them. I'd like for just one to work on Saturday, to keep it open every Saturday. 4 from 8 to 12 every Saturday.
I think that's awesome.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll tell you, I like that a lot.
Is there any way we can go 9 to 1? I mean, there's a lot of people, I get up early. Who sleeps
Sounds
late
like you
on
sleep late to me if you want 1 o'clock. Well, you a banker or what?
I'll call you when I get up Saturday morning if you want me to. I don't think you'll appreciate it.
Call me, brother.
Anyway, 8 to 12 is fine, but a lot of people just don't get moving around that quick on Saturday
I
morning.
understand, but I think I like the 8 to 12 personally.
And it don't mess the guy's day up. At the end of the day, he still got
Yeah.
something he can want to do, he can do.
Right.
Whoever's
Yeah.
working on Saturday, it don't mess his whole day.
Right.
You just have to get up an extra hour early.
Y'all know.
I got a problem.
We was going down Fairground Road picking up stuff weekly.
Yeah.
And it's gonna start back. We haven't been doing that since them dumpsters have been there, but it's gonna start back. It's gonna start back.
Let me ask you a
So
question.
one,
Oh, go ahead.
4 times, they just one just had to be there once a month.
Just one person, Randall, when we had the CD&D open, Randall was there by himself,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Now we moved the CD&D out here, so, and this new outfit that we got, you know, it's gonna be simple.
You said you can run it and control it from the backhoe,
It's a
wherever, so you don't.
wireless remote control, you put it in your pocket.
It's durable, isn't it?
So you're saying every Saturday from 8 to 12?
I'd like to do it, and y'all ain't gotta make a decision on it tonight. If y'all wanna think about this, let's think about it and do something
Well,
next meeting.
Be less,
I
a
have a
lot of people
problem.
call,
I'm
wanna
all
know if it's open, and this way it's open every Saturday, and they know.
Or if y'all
I
wanna
think it's a
go
great
on-
idea.
If y'all wanna go on and approve the Saturday deal every Saturday tonight, and,
Well, let me say this. I'd like to see us just go ahead and improve the 2 to 6 and every Saturday. And by the way, we understand that we're gonna do this. And with anything, if it works out fine, that's fine. But at the same time, if there are issues, we might have to modify or adapt down the road.
this be on trial basis.
Correct.
Try it.
Got you.
Are you gonna ask the one we had to lay off, you gonna ask them first?
We'll ask him first. We'll give him first, and if he don't wanna do it, we'll have to.
Do something else.
Sounds good.
Motion to open the landfill transfer station from 8 to 12 every Saturday and 2 to 6 Monday through Friday during the week.
Second.
Sounds good.
Part-time. 2 to 6 is part-time.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor,
Well, I
I
figured.
think it'll
Yes.
help. think it'll help a lot.
Yes.
That'd be, yes, I think that could help our dumpster situation too, that
Yeah.
you got every Saturday. So that, I think it's a great idea. We've got a beautiful county, a good, clean county. Let's keep it that way, so. All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Oh, you're not finished?
Yeah.
Dang.
I got some more.
The power plant, you know, I said it's
You
coming
gonna go ahead and do
about
this,
another
Frank?
week before I get it up and running. But
You gonna do this motion, Frank?
He did.
You ever got it out?
Yes, sir. Spray trucks, I've got them out, it's gonna be a couple of weeks before I get the whole county sprayed for 2 or 4 days, then I'm gonna turn around and go back over with panoramic. You know, we've been doing that to try to save a couple more. The panoramic's gonna cost about $2,700. The road tractor come in Tuesday night. The new road tractor come in, and I looked it over, and it had, the hydraulic setup wasn't right, so I sent it back. Probably a couple weeks before we get it back. And I need to order some backhoe cars and steering cars at a total of $6,100.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Yoder?
Yes.
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 Mr. Coyle?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Unanimous.
And I take it you're going to start out this way with the spraying?
Starting to run.
Out
Yeah,
St. Rose Road, out that way? All right,
we got it, we've got it today.
appreciate it.
And then that's the grass.
Sidewalks.
Sidewalks and grass.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Don't spray the people on the lawnmowers, all right?
Is that it, Jimmy?
Thank you,
very
Jimmy.
much.
Appreciate it.
Looks really good too, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Tell 'em
appreciate-
they did a good job on it. Looks a lot better.
Keep up the good work.
Mr. Keith Brock.
I have a couple of requests that are not in my departmental report. And I have a request for volunteer litter abatement from a group, 4-H shooting sports. That's 10 miles of road, it's $1,000, which would be $100 a mile.
Motion.
I'll get the detention center to assign the road 10 miles to the state road. And we have the money.
Motion.
Second.
I got a little confused there. You was talking about a volunteer, then you said charge, and I got kind of turned around there.
When you said 100 miles,
You said volunteer, then you said charge. Yeah,
Mr. Mason?
yes.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker? Yes. Mr. Yoder?
yes, I got one thing to add. Don, we had discussed, and I don't know if you heard this, but, you know, when we have like a 4-H group or school groups out there cleaning the sides of the road and so forth, of course, we provide the vest and all that. One thing we were talking about is maybe if they were in the Braversville area or the or Gravel Switch or wherever they are, if the local fire department or if the rescue squad maybe wanted to assist with traffic control, that the court would maybe be willing to provide a little funding for that to just make sure everybody's safe. I mean, so if you don't mind, when you guys have a meeting, if you could run that by there, see what they think. Okay. I think it would be well worth it on both sides, so appreciate it.
And we do kind of let some of those groups know too, Keith, don't we, of some of the other hazards that have been found on the side of the road and.
Yes. We brief them on syringes, needles that they find, meth containers, different things. We do a good.
Sad world, you gotta think about that, isn't it? God,
really is.
Jesus.
One other thing I have is Sharon Browning requests that we have permission to join NENA, N-E-N-A, which is the National Emergency Number Association. Apparently, when we go to these conferences, we went to one yesterday at Grant, and everybody has always been a member of NENA. It's $137 a year, and they do a lot of information sharing. Seems like everybody's a member of NENA. She's asked.
Motion to let Keith and Sharon join Nina.
Second.
Mr. Masters?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Yoder?
Yes.
Mr. Coyle?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Yes. That's all I have.
It's not necessary to have a Nina report though, okay? I mean, they may add.
Oh, you didn't, it wasn't a motion, I'm sorry, I thought it was a motion.
Office Chairman's assistant, I just do.
You better.
Smart man.